In an unprecedented move, Princess Anne has left the world astonished by transferring her title of Princess Royal to 9-year-old Princess Charlotte, daughter of Prince William and Kate Middleton. This historic decision redefines centuries-old traditions and marks a transformative moment for the royal family. For decades, Anne embodied the duty and sacrifice of the role, but now Charlotte steps into the spotlight, carrying the weight of history. The title of Princess Royal is not something acquired like a souvenir. It has belonged to Anne since her 30s and is one of the most prestigious roles within the royal system. The fact that Anne has held it for decades with dignity and tenacity makes this transition even more intriguing. Charlotte, at only 9 years old, has been designated as the future representative of this legacy, which is enormous. She is not just being given a title but is inheriting expectations, duties, and a public profile that will accompany her forever. This is just the beginning of a legacy that could redefine the monarchy forever. Why now? Why Charlotte? These are the big questions circulating. Anne has been one of the hardest working members of the royalty, fulfilling hundreds of engagements each year. She has seen firsthand what is required to be at the center of royal life and, now, at 74 years old, is clearly thinking about the next chapter of the monarchy. By passing the torch to Charlotte, Anne is saying that she believes in this new generation and in Charlotte's ability to continue the family's mission in a modern and tradition-respecting manner. The timing could not be more fascinating, with King Charles facing health issues, including reports of a recent cancer diagnosis. The stability of the monarchy is under the microscope, and there is an urgent need to prepare the young royals for the responsibilities that await them. By granting Charlotte the title, Anne ensures that the future of the royal family is in capable hands. Charlotte playing such a prominent role from an early age, the family is laying the groundwork for her to take over when necessary. This is not just a kind gesture, but a strategic move. Let's talk about the symbolism here. The title of Princess Royal is not just about prestige, but about continuity. For centuries, this role has been a cornerstone of royal tradition, passed down from one generation to the next. By conferring it on Charlotte, a bridge is being created between the past and the future. Let's not overlook the importance of Charlotte's position in the line of succession. Thanks to a 2013 law that ended the rule where boys automatically outranked girls, Charlotte's place, fourth in line to the throne, is secured. That's a game changer. Charlotte's upbringing is another crucial piece of this puzzle. As the second child of Prince William and Princess Catherine, she is growing up in an environment carefully balanced between royal tradition and modern family life. Her parents have made it clear that they want their children to have as normal a childhood as possible, despite the immense public scrutiny. This balance between normalcy and responsibility will be crucial as Charlotte navigates her new role. But let's not forget what's at stake here. Being Princess Royal is not a walk in the park, it's a role that comes with intense public scrutiny, endless expectations, and a life of service. Charlotte has charm and grace in abundance, evident in her public appearances. However, the true test will come as she matures. Will she be able to balance her royal duties with the pressures of growing up in the spotlight? That's the million-dollar question. The decision also signals a broader change within the monarchy. The royal family has been under increasing pressure to modernize and stay relevant in today's fast-paced world. By giving Charlotte such a prominent role, they are taking a significant step in that direction. By elevating a prominent figure, they are not just bestowing a title, but establishing her as a symbol of this new, more progressive era. It is a smart move that recognizes the importance of appealing to younger generations. In this transition, which respects the weight of tradition, there is a mastery in mentorship. It is not simply about stepping aside and letting Charlotte figure everything out on her own. Undoubtedly, she will be a guiding force who shares her wisdom and experience as Charlotte grows into her role. Anne's legacy is one of hard work, dedication, and a pragmatic approach to real life. If Charlotte can channel even a fraction of that, she will be in good shape. What makes Charlotte's position even more compelling is her potential to redefine what it means to be royal in the 21st century. The days of purely ceremonial duties are fading. Now, royals are expected to champion causes, connect with the public, and use their platforms for good. With her natural charisma and youthful energy, Charlotte is perfectly positioned to meet these challenges. This transition also raises interesting questions about gender and leadership within the monarchy. Historically, royal roles and titles have often been influenced by outdated notions of primogeniture, but Charlotte's rise to prominence shows that the family is willing to embrace change. By elevating a girl to such a significant role, they are sending a powerful message about equality and the evolving nature of the monarchy. The public's reaction to this news has been a mix of excitement and curiosity. Charlotte has already won many hearts with her confident demeanor and endearing public appearances, but this new title comes with greater expectations. People will be watching closely to see how she handles the pressure and what kind of impact she will have on the future of the monarchy. As Charlotte grows into her new role, so too will the expectations and scrutiny that come with it. She will have the opportunity to carve out her own identity within the royal family. Although she will undoubtedly be inspired by Anne's legacy, she will also have the chance to bring her own unique perspective to the role, whether through charitable work, public advocacy, or other initiatives. Charlotte has the potential to leave a lasting mark on the monarchy. Anne's choice marks a turning point for it. The royal family is shaping its future in surprising ways. It is worth noting that this move is not just about the present, it is about securing the future of the monarchy in an increasingly skeptical world of traditional institutions. The royal family needs to demonstrate its relevance by investing in the younger generation and giving them significant roles. They are showing a commitment to evolution and adaptability. Charlotte's new title is a key part of that strategy. Of course, none of this guarantees a path without obstacles. The challenges ahead are enormous. The royal family is under constant scrutiny, and every mistake is magnified 100-fold. But if Charlotte can rise to the occasion, and all indications suggest she can, she will be a crucial figure in shaping the monarchy for years to come. So, what does this mean for the royal family as a whole? It is a clear sign that they are thinking long-term. By giving Charlotte this opportunity now, they are not only preparing her for the future but also sending a message about the direction they want the monarchy to take. It is about continuity, yes, but also about change, a balancing act that has never been more critical. Charlotte's journey as Princess Royal has just begun and promises to be fascinating. As she takes on this new role, she will carry not just a title, but also the hopes and expectations of a nation. It is a lot for a 9-year-old, but if anyone can handle it, it is her. With the guidance of Anna and the support of her family, Charlotte is on her way to becoming a defining figure in the next chapter of royal history. In delving into the significance of this title transfer, it is essential to understand what makes the role of Princess Royal so unique. Historically reserved for the eldest daughter of the sovereign, this title has often been associated with a sense of duty and service. Anna exemplified this through her decades-long commitment to various causes, including her work with Save the Children and many others. Placing this title in Charlotte's hands is not just a symbolic gesture, it is a challenge and an opportunity to continue this legacy of service. Charlotte's early contact with public life has already laid the groundwork for her to assume this responsibility. From accompanying her family at important events to engaging with the public, she has demonstrated an ability to connect with people, a skill that will be invaluable as she grows into her role. Her interactions with the public have been marked by a natural charm and warmth that suggest she is well prepared for the demands of royal life. But what does it mean for the monarchy to have a young Princess Royal in this modern era? On one hand, it signals a willingness to adapt and embrace change. The British monarchy and institutions rooted in tradition have often been criticized for being slow to evolve. By elevating Charlotte to such a prominent role, the royal family is taking a step towards modernization. This move recognizes the importance of engaging younger generations and addressing contemporary issues. Charlotte's role will likely involve a mix of traditional and modern duties. She may assume ceremonial roles, such as representing the monarchy at official events, while also championing causes that resonate with her generation. Issues such as climate change, mental health and social equality will likely be highlighted in their work, reflecting the changing priorities of the monarchy. This transition also underscores the importance of mentorship within the royal family. The decision to pass on the title is not just about relinquishing a role, it is about guiding the next generation. The experience and wisdom of her mentor will be invaluable as Charlotte navigates the complexities of royal life. This mentorship will provide Charlotte with a solid foundation as she grows into her responsibilities. Although the title of Princess Royal carries significant weight, it also offers Charlotte a unique platform to shape her own identity, unlike her siblings who may have different roles within the royal family. Charlotte's position allows her to chart a distinctive path. This individuality will be crucial as she balances the expectations of her role with her own aspirations and interests. As we look to the future, Charlotte's journey will undoubtedly be shaped by the evolving dynamics of the royal family. Over time, and with the emergence of new challenges, the monarchy will need to continue adapting. Charlotte's role as Princess Royal will be a critical part of this evolution, serving as a bridge between tradition and progress. The decision to bestow this title upon Charlotte also reflects a broader trend within the monarchy, an emphasis on continuity and stability in an ever-changing world. The royal family's ability to adapt while maintaining its core values is essential. By investing in the younger generation, the monarchy ensures it remains relevant and resilient in the face of future challenges. Charlotte's ascension to the role of Princess Royal is a moment of great significance, not just for her, but for the monarchy as a whole. It marks the beginning of a new chapter, filled with promise and potential. As she grows in this role, Charlotte will have the opportunity to leave a lasting impact on the institution and the people it serves. The twists of real history show how a moment can shape the monarchy forever. In the year 1066, things got interesting for the royal line on these beautiful islands. Sure, there were kings and small nations before, druids before them, and even Pangaea if we want to be geological, but we have to start somewhere, and 1,000 years ago seems fair. Farewell to Ethelred the Unready and his drama, and to William the Conqueror and his grand show. The Norman conquest, although Norman really only means French people, at that time they were quite interested in having many children. To save everyone a headache, let's skip a bunch. William's three most important children were William II, Henry, and Adela. If you know about royal succession, great, you're ahead, if not, now you know. Back then, crowns were available and the eldest child had preference. However, a good army and skillful diplomacy helped when William the Conqueror passed away. William II got the crown, but he didn't make it. He mysteriously died in a hunting accident with his brother Henry, who surprised everyone. Henry I became king. He wasn't good at following the rules, having 26 children, but only 2 were officially legitimate. After his son drowned in a shipwreck, he swore his daughter Matilda would be queen. He made all his knights promise too. Guess what happened when Henry died? Matilda was busy in France and her cousin Stephen seized the throne faster than you can say civil war. Matilda eventually returned, initiating years of struggle over who would be in charge. Technically, she ruled parts of the island, but without a fancy coronation, her royal status was dubious. Stephen's children didn't care or were nuns, so the crown then passed to Henry II, Matilda's son. He had 4 children of his own, young Henry, Richard the Lionheart, John, and Geoffrey. Henry II thought that the idea of waiting until the king died was a disaster. He crowned young Henry as co-king while he was still alive, thinking that 2 kings were better than 1. It did not work out, young Henry rebelled, there was another civil war, and he died of dysentery. We move quickly to Richard, who went on the Crusades and left John to ruin everything. John's reign gave us the Magna Carta and a series of Edwards. Edward I, also called Longshanks, Edward II, deposed by his wife, and Edward III, who had 5 sons. None of Edward's 3 sons obtained the throne because they died young or passed it to their sons. Enter Richard II, famous for being deposed by Henry IV, who led us to the Wars of the Roses. Those wars were a disaster of family feuds among the descendants of Edward III. People changed kings like they were trading cards, from Henry VI to Edward IV, then back to Henry VI and back again to Edward IV. When Edward IV died, his 12-year-old son, Edward, took the crown. Uncle Richard promised to take care of him, but he disappeared. One young boy disappeared and Richard became Richard III, though not for long. Henry VII came along, marrying Elizabeth of York to unite the feuding families. His son, Henry VIII, is known for his wives and for the break with the Catholic Church. Henry VIII established official rules of succession, first the eldest son, then the daughters if there are no sons. However, his only son, Edward VI, inherited the throne at 9 years old and died at 15. Edward decided that his sisters Mary and Elizabeth should not rule and that Lady Jane Grey should. Poor Jane lasted only 9 days before Mary had her beheaded and claimed the throne. Mary had no children, so Elizabeth I followed, ruling as a powerful queen, until his death, without leaving heirs. It is time to talk about Scotland. Its royal family united when James VI of Scotland also became James I of England in 1603. He had a son, Charles I, who was executed during a rebellion led by Oliver Cromwell. Cromwell decided that kings were out and appointed himself Lord Protector, but his son was terrible at the job, so they brought back Charles II. Charles had no legitimate children, so his brother James II became king. Being a Catholic, James II caused problems, but fortunately, his daughter Mary and her husband William were Protestants. Parliament practically begged them to invade and James fled. William and Mary ruled together without children, leaving the throne to Queen Anne, who desperately tried to have children with 17 pregnancies but ended up without heirs. Parliament had had enough of the chaos and passed new rules, choosing the family of Sophia of Hanover as the new kings. Her son George I started the Hanoverian dynasty. From George I to George II, then to George III, who lost America but kept the crown. After that came George IV with no children, and William IV with only illegitimate children, and finally Victoria, who ruled most of the 19th century. Victoria's son, Edward VII, followed, then George V, Edward VIII abdicated for love and George VI handled the Second World War. When George VI died, his daughter Elizabeth II became queen in 1952. She ruled longer than anyone, passing the crown to her son Charles and then to his son William. In a dizzying journey full of intrigues, betrayals, and rules that no one seemed to respect, we finally find George, the son of William. Is the monarchy still relevant in today's world? Share your thoughts.